Here we are again at the Epiphyllum Society of America. It's our annual show for 2025, so let's go inside Ayers Hall at the Los Angeles Arboretum and see what we can see. The show has just been set up. We've got a sales area with cuttings, plants for sale. Friendly cashiers. On the other side from the plants and cuttings for sale, we have the photography display. Here we have the People's Choice blooms that are entered. Let's see what we have here. This is Roman Holiday. This is Grace Ann. Paul Jerome. Flying Silk. Saint-Tropez. Supernatural. Dragon Serpent. And these particular entries are the ones that anybody who attends the show can vote for their favorite flower, and the award-winning flower, the exhibitor will get a special trophy. Vanilla Sunset. Kiwi Tegan Lynn. Dawn's Drama. Super Duper. Evening Delight. Oh gosh, that's one of my favorite cultivars of all time. Garland O'Barr. And Tequila Sunrise. All very beautiful. Next we have the plants. This is Doris Pittman. A lot of buds still to come on this plant. This is one of my entries. This is Hawaiian Holiday. A lot of triangular growth on this particular epi. Belchino Favorite, a small flowered hybrid. The teeny tiny little flowers. Then we come to the species plants. This is Ripsalis pentatera, full of little buds and flowers. So beautiful. Next we have Ripsalis paradoxa, subspecies septentrionalis. Nice long specimen. Here we have a tiny little specimen, Schlumberger eludia, subspecies bradii. So we have them big, we have them small. This particular plant does not have an entry tag just yet. This is Ripsalis pacheco-leonis, subspecies catenulata. It is also in bud and flower. It's got this real cool like chaining action on the branches. Pardon the ink on my thumb there. I was busy with my pen just a little bit ago. And you can see the flowers up here, kind of at the base of the stems. They're pink. They're really pretty. So that's pacheco-leonis, subspecies catenulata. Next we have Pfeifera Miyagawa. The blooms are fading. This is a plant I brought in and it was looking beautiful a couple weeks ago, but the flowers are just about done. And here we have Hatiora herminiae. mounted on bark with moss. Here we have Ripsalis Hoolery. It's also in bloom. Hopefully it'll focus here for you. Tiny little purple flowers. There we go. Got a lot of buds and blooms all up and down the stem. Look at all those flowers. So that is Ripsalis Hoolery. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Hoelleri. Here's Ripsalis clavata. It's got kind of little club-shaped segments, stem segments. Forms a nice mat of hair-like growth. It's already done blooming. It bloomed a month or two ago. Here we have Hatiora salicornioides, also known as drunkard's dream. Or the bottle cactus. And this has pretty butterscotch blooms when it's in bloom, but it's finished blooming for this year. So that's Hatiora salicornioides. Makes a beautiful plant. Here we have Ripsalis campos portuana. Lots of beautiful long hair-like growth. It's got bell-shaped flowers when it blooms. Here is a Lepismium hulitianum. Just really luxuriant, and it's got blooms. Beautiful. You can see how pretty those blooms are. They look like little bells. There's a couple more. More blooms down here. When this cultivar, or when this species blooms, it's really spectacular, especially when it gets flushes of blooms all at once. And this is a Lepismium floribunda. As the name suggests, it's a pretty much constant bloomer. Got buds and blooms all the time. It's a very nice specimen. Next we have the floral arrangements. Tranquil. And look at how the bloom matches the succulent color. I think that's really lovely. It has a nice feel to it and a nice flow to the arrangement. I think that's really beautiful. If I was judging, I think I would have picked this for my first place award winner. Still life in Epi. This is called Solitude. This is Pete's Surprise in the Woods. This gorgeous bloom, believe it or not, this is a super old cultivar. It's a Nebel hybrid, Professor Ebert. And you know, there aren't many modern hybrids that can rival this one. It's beautiful. So that is Professor Ebert. This arrangement is called Fernwood. I cannot recall the name of the cultivar. I'll have to check on that later and let you know. This is called Reminisce. Doily and an old photograph, an old chest, apothecary bottle. I kind of like that one. Got a lot of beautiful epis there. This entry is entitled Just Epis. It's got an epi cutting, 4 or 5 pretty blooms, black background and a black vase. So very nice. And the last entry in the floral arrangements is called Go Green. Green mat, green vase, green marble base there. Greenery. Very pretty. I love how the light's hitting the flower, and I don't know what cultivar that is. I wish I knew. It's pretty. We're going to look at the cut flowers. This is the heritage flower. This is the only entry. This is Deutschland, an old Nebel hybrid. Here we have the unregistered seedlings. This is an unknown cross. Look how pretty that is with the serrated edges. Here is another unregistered seedling, Shimmer crossed with Crystal Flash and Yellow Tang. This is called Gardner. It's an unknown cross. I think that's an Evelyn Cherokee hybrid. It has not been registered yet. Here's another seedling where the cross is not known. This is Shimmer crossed with Yellow Tang. Black Light crossed with Telly. And this is Dracula ex nat, which means the seed pod was on Dracula, but we do not know. The bees probably did the cross for us, so we don't know the pollen parent. Next we have, this is colors and combinations difficult to define. This is Audrey's Star. This is Clown. These are the small cut flowers, Lily Daché, Sparkle, Alexander Ernest Estrada, Edna Bellamy, Little Padre, Oompa Ilmari, Holly, and Stina D. Always a very pretty, delicate, beautiful flower. Moving along to the light purple or purple with other colors. Bridesmaid. Grace Ann again. Pegasus. Dragonheart. Marmalade Punch. Super Chief. Diego Rivera. Wow, that's really pretty. I don't think I've ever seen that bloom before.
Which one, Diego? I've got Diego Rivera, but that's not mine.
Trudy Jane. And Irma Bell Love. Super Chief. Pegasus. Evening Delight. Supernatural. Court Jester. Seven Seas. Unforgettable. Over the Top. It's upside down, but they should have them presented right side up. This is Beijing. And here's one with no tag, so I don't know what it is. And here we have Kiwi Treasure Box. Kind of a medium-sized bloom, but very roughly and full. Evening Delight. American Sweetheart. New Day. Fair Lady. Tahoe. Roman Holiday. And Fair Lady again. Shimmer, Evanston, Taking It to the Streets, Beijing, Grace Ann, Hocus Pocus, and Marvelous Mars. Ferris Wheel, Court Jester, Beijing, Crystal Amethyst, Oberon, Trapeze, and Mystic Magic. Here is Dracula, My Old Flame, a Phyllis Flexig hybrid, really beautiful orangey red, Crystal Claret, Epicon 7. This is, I'm going to massacre this name, Ulana Halakulani Sunset. Dark Accent, Tabasco. Christian Pates, Red Willow, Kilauea, Frida Kahlo, Shangri-La, Ulana Halakulani Sunset again. Very pretty bloom. Dracula, Kiwi Playboy, Candy Apple, and Bertha Talbot Loose. Persian Princess. Look how gorgeous that is. Doris Pittman, Leanne, Roman Holiday, Argus, and here's another Argus, Tahoe, Pink Cloud, and Pink Blues. This is the only butterscotch entry this year. This is Marmalade and Honey.
Oh, is that all by itself?
All by itself, but
Well,
it deserves to have a spot of honor. It's so pretty.
I'll have to look at that closer.
And Fiesta de Flores, Dreamboat Annie.
Did you see the twin?
I mean, each one is just prettier than the one before. It's so hard to pick a favorite. Rumpelstiltskin. Neon Smile. That is a hard one to grow, but worth it for the flower. Garland O'Barr, named for one of the partners of Ford and O'Barr. California Sunset. 3 Oranges. Saint-Tropez. And this one is marked Kathleen. Moving on to the orange and orange with other colors, we've got Clarity's Happy Hippie, Tequila Sunrise, Telly, an old big orange, This is called Memory of Sue. Marmalade Punch. Lola Leah. And another Saint-Tropez. That's really a pretty color combo, that fuchsia and orange. Let's go look at the whites and yellows. This is Satin Ruffle. This is Crenatum. Tofu. Cream de menthe. Andromeda. We have a lot of cuttings of Andromeda for sale here at our show today. Reward, that's one of the old original yellow crosses. Norma Cantafio. And Frosty Lime. Okay, and then we move to yellow, more yellows. Here's Chardonnay Twist. Yellow Tinsel, that's a Fred Stegner hybrid. Yellow Tang is our cover photo for the registry book. Here's another Chardonnay Twist. Tecate. And last but not least, we have another Norma Cantafio. So that pretty much concludes our tour of the show. Judging has not finished yet, so maybe we'll come back later and show you some of the winners.